All right, and we're live. Cool. Oh man, it's been a little while since I've done one of these. It's been months, I think, and even the most recent ones have had been Molly and Lauren doing a lot of them. So I had this idea. It's not even anything significant. So I was just thinking about I statements yesterday. I don't know. I was reading a Gottman book, and probably not for people who aren't hardcore Gottman fans, but in case you are, it's called Principia Amoris. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's one of his more recent books, and it's sort of everything condensed down into what makes healthy relationships, and also like the history of their research, and then also a lot of like the actual way they did their research. So if you're not into that, don't get it. If you are, get it. Shit's good as hell. So that aside, I'm reading this book and I'm realizing I just had this thought about I statements. This is the Okay, so let me back up. My name is Tara Vostenkemper. I am the founder and currently managing director of the Counseling Hub. We're a group counseling practice located in Columbia, Missouri. I love all things relationship. I love couples work. I love conflict. I love, brink of divorce, like coming in, last hurrah sort of thing. But we serve a variety of populations, all adults, and I love my team. They are legit amazing. They're actually amazing. So that aside, let me get back to I statements. Most people do them wrong. So almost every time, I will not say every single time, but almost every time I introduce I statements into couples work, which is pretty much always, at some point at least, people say, oh yeah, I do those. I know how to do those. And then they inevitably say something to the extent of, I feel like you don't listen. I feel like you just are putting yourself first. I feel like and that is not an I statement. That is a coded a coded criticism, or at worst it's a coded contemptuous statement, but at best it's a coded like blame, like it's a coded finger pointing, but you're saying, well, I started it with I feel, so it's an I statement. No, it's not. It is not. An I statement is a very simple, straightforward formula. That is, I feel X, where X is a feeling word, when Y, where Y is a specific situation, I need Z, where Z is a positive need. So I feel X, when Y, I need Z. Why this is important is because it can dictate the entire direction of the conversation. So if left unchecked, if you do something, I'm not going to say wrong, but if you use an I statement incorrectly, what you sometimes, in any way, not every single time, I'm not going to make this like blanket statement like every time, but when you use an I statement incorrectly, what you are sometimes doing is setting up the course of the conversation to go poorly. I feel like you don't listen. That's an attack. Basically, again, it's sort of housed in like I feel, but it's basically an attack. And so if my partner feels attacked, they're probably going to respond either in kind. If they're good at this, they're going to catch it and say, no, try again. If they're not good at it, which a lot of people who come in are not, they're going to respond in kind, or they're going to bump it up and counterattack. So they might like, hey, that's not true. I don't always do this, or I do listen. They're going to basically come back with something, and the point of what I'm trying to say is going to get lost, because now we're arguing semantics, or it's going to get, it might go much worse. So anyway, I feel X, when Y, I need Z. Where X is a feeling statement, I'm saying this again, X is a feeling word, an actual feeling word. Y is a specific situation. Z is a positive need. Let me break this down a tiny little bit further. A feeling word: frustrated, upset, alone, sad, excited, happy, joyful, grief-ridden, misunderstood, devalued, dismissed. I mean, those are feelings. Those are actual feelings. You could do the 7 basic. There's 7 universal feelings. You could use one of those: happy, angry, sad, afraid. There's some of them. Look up Paul Ekman's research if you're into that, Ekman. He was like groundbreaking that there's 7, all the way down to infants. There are universal They're universal emotions, which is super cool. And they all look the same across cultures. Maybe not like, no, they do actually. The micro expressions all look the same. So there are plenty of feeling words. You could even have more than one feeling at a time. You might feel sad, but maybe like cautiously optimistic and really just disheartened. And, it could be a variety of things. So please, for the love of God, just use a feeling word. Secondly, when you are doing this with your partner, I want you to describe a specific situation. So, I feel ignored and devalued when I see you looking at your phone while I'm trying to talk to you. That's a specific situation. It could have like just happened between the two of us, for example. Notice I'm using the word you. I'm using the word you in this description, but I'm not attacking my partner. I'm describing the thing that happened. And it's not, well, you said this. That's not actually helpful. Also with you, I shouldn't say never. I will always lean towards saying, I heard you say this, because what somebody said versus what I heard, they don't always match up. So my default is always, okay, I heard this. So I feel disheartened, or I feel, what did I say? Ignored and devalued. I forget, I think those two. I feel ignored and devalued when, specific situation, I see you on your phone when I'm trying to tell you a story. I see you looking at your phone when I'm trying to talk to you or tell you something. I need positive statement. So it's a positive need. A positive need is not sugary sweet. Like, I need to know that you love me. It's not like, I need you to please stop looking at your phone. A positive need is specifically, what is it that you want to see? What is it that you actually need, not what you don't want? So I need you to either tell me you can't talk right now, or put your phone down and please look at me. Two options. And I'm both saying what I want you to do, not, I need you to stop looking at your phone when I'm talking. That's not helpful. Like, okay, I won't look at my phone, but I'm going to look out the window, so you want to say the thing that you actually want. The example I know people just probably get bored as hell of me saying this, but the example I always give is, if I'm potty training a puppy, I'm going to, like, if they pee in a corner, let's say they pee in the corner of my house, and I tell them, like, no, bad puppy, don't pee there, they're peeing everywhere, it's driving me crazy, whatever. I tell them, don't pee in the corner of my house. But what I don't do is tell them where to pee. I'm not teaching them to go pee outside. I'm just saying, well, don't do this. They're just going to go in the other corner and pee. Well, don't do that either. Well, what the fuck? The puppy's like, what? Where can I go pee? I have to go outside. So basically, I want to tell them specifically what it is that I want to see. So again, I could either say, I feel like you don't listen. This is how you should not do it. I feel like you don't listen. I feel like you don't listen whenever I talk to you, and can you just put your phone down? It's kind of a positive need, but not done very well. I feel like you never listen, you don't care about what I have to say, well, just stop looking at your phone. There we go. That's probably more like realistic if you're very frustrated. What you could translate that into in a accurate I statement way is, I feel ignored and small, or devalued, or dismissed, or whatever feeling is important for you. Or frustrated even, right? You can be frustrated. I feel frustrated and ignored when I'm trying to talk to you and I see you looking at your phone instead of at me. I need you to either tell me you can't talk right now, or please look at me when I talk. Boom. Done. Okay, so why this is hard for people, one of the reasons why it's hard is because we are, trained, it's ingrained. I don't actually know where this comes from. I don't really care. But what I will say is that, by and large, people find problems outside of themselves. And so it's sort of a paradigm shift where there's a problem, sure, like there's something happening that you don't want to happen, but the focus is on you and your needs. And you're not like throwing barbs, you're not laying blame, you're just saying how you feel and what it is that you need. How you feel when certain things unfold and what you need. That's it. Instead of you don't listen, you don't care, you blah, you only want to look at your phone, you always spend your time on there. That's great. It's just not helpful for a conversation. And if I go to present that to my partner, they're probably going to either, depending on who they are, they're going to shut down or they're going to like blast back something, which fine. I'm sort of like throwing things at them. I don't blame them for hitting them back. So what I'm doing instead is I'm taking full responsibility for what's mine. My partner's looking at their phone when I'm talking. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. And so that's what I can own. Like, I want something different. So, I'm not even going to get into the myriad ways your partner might respond, because that is just so context, person, relationship specific that it's like, there's no way I could guess, honestly, unless I knew a little bit about your partner and like the specific timing and how you brought it up, how you said it, etc. So this is solely on what you can do to set yourself up for having a better conversation, or at least like sharing sometimes frustrations, but this can also be good things, sharing how you feel and what it is that you might need. So I think that's it. So hopefully this is helpful. I might be popping on here every now and then to do some of these. I have missed talking about couples things. It's just been very busy lately. So, and this has gone by the wayside because it's not, I like doing it, but it's just not most important on my list. So cool. If you have any questions that you want like answered, just like leave a comment. You can email us directly, contact@thecounselinghub.com. You can peruse the website, thecounselinghub.com, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm doing this version of like and subscribe on YouTube, whatever. Basically, if you have something that you want us to talk about, or me to talk about specifically, I guess, just let us know and we will. So otherwise, I hope this was helpful. Again, I feel X when Y, I need Z. X is a feeling, an actual feeling word. Y is a specific situation. Z is a positive need. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe in us. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.